Yo dudes, what the frig is up again? Got something new. Yes, something left. Because the something new is pretty much identical to the something left. Not really identical. Very close though. I've been wanting one of these for a while. I bought a couple months ago. I was at a gun show 5 months ago. I bought a Springfield GI stainless 1911, and I just bought it. Well, it was a spur of the moment deal. And usually, anytime I spur of the moment anything, a couple months later I end up trading it in because it wasn't something I was dwelling on and wanted for a long time. Usually, if I have a gun I've been dwelling on and wanting for a long time, I pretty much hang on to it. Even some of them go. But if one of them goes, it's because I don't get sick of it. It's just not running right, malfunction, or there's something I just don't like about it that I didn't know about it in the first place. You got all that? Alright. I just want to let everybody know that I threw out my bowl of fruit rings. My box of fruit rings, sorry about that. And don't buy a box of those. Just in case you wanted a fruit rings update, there is no fruit rings in my house. It will be Fruit Loops from now on. Thank you. I just got off the phone with Mr. 45 Bullet. He's a really good friend of mine. We talk a lot, and just told him about my new 1911 that I just got. That's all. Shit like that. What else? Thanks for all the comments on the Polytech. I'm glad there's some knowledgeable AK guys out there that pretty much wiped away all those non-knowledgeable AK guys that don't know what they're talking about. You know, the ones that don't know what a Polytech is or never heard of one. Those guys. Okay? There's people out there, they don't know what the F they're talking about, man. Okay? And you just throw their opinions around like they're an expert. It's funny as hell. Anybody knows the Chinese AKs are some of the nicest AKs you can get. The problem is they're really hard to get. Okay? So thank you, knowledgeable AK people, for complimenting me on my Polytech. Probably going to get an arsenal. I want 3 AKs, but they have to be different from each other. So I got the Yugo, and now I got the Chinese, and I think I would probably get an arsenal. I don't know. I have to check it out. I know Sega, the Sega finishes on them Sega 12s are rough, buddy. It's just goddamn spray paint. That's all it is. You know, I don't know. I don't like that, but maybe I can get past it because the Arsenal AK is a very good AK, from what I'm hearing. We'll see. That'll be my rough one, but I think I'm going to get one. That's a good investment. When? God knows. Enough of that. This is a 1911 that I picked up, was it yesterday or the day before? And it's a Springfield Armory, which is one of my favorite gun manufacturers because they back up their shit. And every time I buy a Springfield, nothing goes wrong with it. So hopefully I'm on a streak with them. This is the Mil-Spec 1911. Don't get it confused with the GI. There is a difference because when I first bought the GI, to me that was a Mil-Spec because it's pretty much a replica of a military weapon. But for some reason, they call this the Mil-Spec. And what it is it's pretty much a GI with a nicer finish, better sights, and a stainless steel barrel. And yeah, and this one's not made in Brazil. This one's made in the US. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, it's in the camera here. Yep, let me get more in frame. There we go. They give you the holster, which nobody ever uses. I guess at the range you can use it. I can't see carrying using this kind of holster. If you do, you're amazing me. It's amazing. Here's the mag holder. Because, again, at the range they're probably cool, but to use them on your person as a carry, I don't know. I wouldn't. I like leather shit, you know. leather or Tydex, and that's just plastic. Okay, this is my registration information. I keep that pretty much. I'll actually put this in here, and I'll put it like that. In case the ATF ever knocks on my door and says, "Are your guns registered?" Yes, they are, sir. Here's my paperwork. Just in case. You never know, this crazy government we got, and we got another asshole in the Supreme Court now. It's fucking unbelievable. Okay, here's the stuff you get with it. 2 keys for the safety lock, and you get this little pin here. That holds the mainspring housing down for when you're taking the mainspring. Holds the pressure. This Allen key is probably for the extended guide rod 1911s, which just don't have, so I really don't need it. Let me get all this goof. Pennsylvania, you know, they're a very gun-friendly state, but they give you some literature about the gun laws. This is the manual. Springfield Army gives you a really nice, thick manual, very in detail, and they always have good manuals, not like that little piece of shit manual Kimber gives you. That fucking Kimber manual. Remember them tiny little books you used to get in the Cracker Jack boxes when you were a kid? I'm talking about older guys if you're 40. That's what that fucking Kimber manual looks like. When it's Cracker fucking Jack, little tiny little books with the tattoos in it. Remember that shit? No, you probably don't. I do. This is a coupon thing. I don't know. I never use it. Well, here it is. I'll put it back in the box to do a review, but you do get 2. Let me go from down here. They give you two 1911 grips. They're 2 black grips they give you, but they're really shit plastic ones. So I just threw them in the drawer. And why would I use them? Okay, they give you a really nice cleaning brush, but like I said, I want to bring to your attention. I don't know, you know, Springfield don't make these brushes. Someone else makes them, and they ship them in, and then when they make these brushes, this is stupid to you, but this is important. When they make these brushes, when the shear comes down and cuts them, this thing right here, it's like a razor. I could slice my, see that piece of shit tattoo right there that I made when I was a kid? I could probably cut it out with this damn thing. Watch out for that. Not for hurting yourself, for hurting the finish on your gun. So you got to do is put it on a grinder and just round it off, because this is a really good quality cleaning brush. It's really good. Like I say, usually I wrap electrical tape around this so I don't hit the sides of my barrel, just in case I do. But good cleaning brushes, so that's going in my cleaning drawer. And I have another. I got a million of them. Okay, let's get rid of the case. I'll keep that stuff in there. It comes with 2 magazines, and I have them in a drawer upstairs. You know, them typical magazines, the ones I don't like. I hate them fucking things. So I upgraded the magazine. There's an AC mag in there. And here we go. Let's take the gun out. You're about to see a very old shirt of mine. Look at that. That is a very old shirt. That is a Leonard Skinner concert shirt. That thing cool or what? I just figured I'd use that as a drop today. There's a date on it, 1987 tribute. It's an old shirt, man. I love Southern rock. I love Southern classic rock. I don't like country music. Let's get this straight. There's a big difference. I do not like country music. I love Southern rock and roll though. I like the old school country music though. I don't like it today. I just don't like it. It all sounds the same to me. But music is a tricky thing. Everyone likes different music. If you use a backdrop, like I told you guys before, blue's good, light gray's good because it doesn't absorb too much light or reflect too much light. That's the rule of thumb. You don't want nothing that absorbs light or reflects light, in case you give a fuck. Just in case. Because everyone compliments me, "Ah, dude, your videos are clear." Why is that? Well, this is why. It's the colors you put down. Don't ever use white. Don't ever use black. Don't ever use yellow. You know what I mean? Okay. This is what I did to this thing. Still not used to doing my videos down here because I'm used to sitting down. I need to sit down. This is a real nice 1911, man. I've been looking at one of these probably for about 3 years now, and I just couldn't track one down. You ever notice some gun stores have guns that you want, but they're like in another state, and your gun store never has the one you want? Or the guy that lives down south says, wow, we got 1 million of them down here. And that's just the way it's been. So, here it is. It's a 1911 mil spec. I got this at a really good price, man. $5.99. A mil spec 1911 for $5.99. That's an incredible price for this area. Here's the difference. It's a big step up from the GI. The GI is an amazing gun for the money. They don't jam. You know, one guy I know, who's a friend of mine, had a lot of problems with his GI. One, that's it. You know, everyone gets a lemon here and there. But all the other ones, never heard anything bad about them. What they did was, the GI is a stripped down 1911 model. And this has some features, okay? It feels like it's all steel. Again, this one is made in Springfield Incorporated. It's in Illinois, USA. There is no made in Brazil on this particular gun. Now, for some reason, the GI models have made in Brazil. But that was never an issue for me. But it is nice to know that this is American made 100%, because there's no other markings on it. It's the only thing I can go by. Let's make sure it's safe. Drop the mag. Okay. All safe. It's got a real sweet trigger pull. Very light. It's a little lighter than the GI. It's made very tight. Very tight. Sweet, man. It's got a little breaking in to do. I can feel it's really new feeling. This is the ACK mag. You guys know I like the ACK mags because it has that finished floor plate on there. And it looks good because the gun, if you look at it closely, the slide's black. The frame's a charcoal gray. The mag release is black. And now I got the floor plate around the bottom's black. So it's nice. Looks good. The grips are phenomenal. You know, these grips will not be changed. These will stay on there. These are my favorite Springfield grips. I love the cross cannons. They're really sweet looking. Another thing different about it is the sights. See how higher they are? Now the GI model, the sights are very low. These sights are very high. And the GI model, they do not have dots on them. These have dots on them. The same hammer though. Same grip safety. It's not extended or anything fancy. The mag release is not extended. That's the same. The trigger is the same. The trigger pull though feels lighter as far as the trigger pull goes. The mainspring housing is the same. It sweeps out just the same. But this is all different here. You got a lowered and flared ejection port, which the GI does not have, and it doesn't seem to be an issue if it doesn't, because my GI ran flawless. It was hard giving that up because I knew it was a good, reliable gun. I hope this is good and reliable. This is what I love about it. It's got that polished, high polished stainless steel bushing. You know what I mean? It's not that silver coated stainless steel, it's the high polished steel. So what I did with that was I took it off just to make it nicer. I took it out, put it in the vise, put some flits on it, and I ran my buffer on it and polished it up. As you can see, it's a little more shinier than your average pistol bushing. It looks good though. What do I do? Some guy asked me, what do you do when you get a new 1911? Well, the best thing to do is to break it all down, take it apart, take the barrel out, and oil everything up. And what I do is, believe it or not, I go over all the stainless steel parts, as long as it don't have a finish on it. Go over all the stainless steel parts with a 000 steel wool pad. It's really good to do that. Just rub everything real good, and then blow it off with an air compressor or wipe it off with a rag, then oil everything back up. It just loosens everything up a little bit and makes the gun more functional. It's like a pre-break-in, if you want to call it. It frees everything up a little bit. Because I tell you, these mil-spec ones, these are made really tight. The GIs are made loose, which is good. They're already made loose. This feels like a Kimber. And that sucker, that's what Kimbers feel like that. Okay? What else do I want to say about it? I think it's a great find. Hopefully it'll stick around because, you know, I have been wanting one for 3 years. So usually, like I said, guns stick around when I want them for a long time and I finally find it. Okay. There's not much I can say about it. This is more of a show and tell vid. Just showing it off, showing you guys. But if you really look at it, I like how the different parts are black and the frame is gray. Like black, frame's gray, grip safety's black, bottom of the mag's black, slide stop pin's black, frame's gray, the trigger's black, frame's gray, slide's black. That's neat. And it's just a little bit, it's not a lot, it's just a touch. I don't know if you can see it. See how that's dark and that's light? Really nice. Thumb safety, same thing. Always check the safeties on a new gun. Okay? Stupid fuck. Pull the hammer back. Keep your hand off the grip safety. Try to pull the trigger, see if it fires. It's good. Nowhere near firing. You know, stuff like that. Always check the safety, especially on a 1911. You need the safeties, man. Guy asked me, what's the deal? I'm new to 1911s. What's the deal with the grip safety, man? Like, saying it kind of like maybe you don't need it. Nah, you need the grip safety, dude, with 1911s because they're designed to carry cock and lock like this. That's how it's designed to carry. But sometimes, I mean, if you ask my buddy Chanderson one, I've said this before. Sometimes if you're wearing a belt and you're carrying it and you sit down, sometimes the belt will do this to your thumb safety. Wow, that's a strong thumb safety when it's broken in. It'll push the thumb safety down without you aware of it. It could be sitting in the car or something. So just in case that happens, you got an extra safety, which is the grip safety. Just in case that happens, and you reach in and you know, it's not going to go off. The grip safety is a beautiful thing. Don't worry about the grip safety. It's not even an issue. On 1911s, they got it down so good now. As soon as you're holding the gun, it's ready to go. Don't worry about the grip safety. It's a good thing to have. Plus, I like it. What's I going to say? There's another question someone asked me, and I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. Ah, this other guy. This guy's kind of a friend of mine. He's been around a long time on my channel, and he said, Pete, you know, sometimes you're reviewing guns and you haven't even shot them. Well, dude, let me answer this question for you. Mind if I defend myself? You're going to leave a comment like that on my page? I'm going to defend myself? First of all, you don't know how much shooting I do. I don't film every time I go shooting. And second of all, a gun has to pass 2 tests before you buy it and shoot it anyway. The first test, which being men we are, the first test is the visual test. The first thing you got to do is like the way the fucking thing looks. That's the first thing. To even get you to even pick it up. The second test is how it feels in your hand, and you do a mechanical function check on it, and how the gun feels, how the parts are made, how they feel when they're rubbing together, and you'll know right away if it feels like good quality or not. Now it passed that test. Now you got the visual test is done, the physical handling test is done. The last thing you do is shoot the damn thing. Any piece of crap gun will shoot. There is things to review when it shoots. How accurate is it? Did it feed well? Did it misfeed? Did it function properly? Yes, but most importantly, before you even shoot the gun, it's gone through, I think, probably 70% of the test system is the visual and the handling before you even buy it. Okay? 9 times out of 10, it's going to shoot okay. But isn't that the last test you put it through? So I don't find it being out of line reviewing a gun before you shoot it. That's called a range review. When it goes to the range, then you get the range report. That's done afterwards. So there's your answer, bud. I know you're talking about the Polytech, and believe me, the visual and the physical test on that handling test was phenomenal. I haven't shot it yet, though. I will give you a range report as soon as I can. But yes, it's enough for me to pass judgment on the rifle. Yes, it is. It's way enough. So there's your answer to that. Yeah, I'm fucking tired. Went to the post office today to deliver, no, yesterday, to deliver 2 packages to 2 friends of mine. And I seen on the wall, no firearms allowed in the post office. So, nothing against the post office, but why is that? So if you give me a permit to carry a firearm, you're telling me I'm a responsible person, and I'm responsible enough to carry a firearm in public. Movie theaters, in Pennsylvania, yes, banks, it depends on the state you live in. There's another issue. You can carry a gun anywhere you want, except federal buildings. So I'm responsible enough to carry a gun in a movie theater, a supermarket, 7-Eleven, okay, Walmart, but I'm not responsible enough to carry a gun in a fucking post office? Why? There ain't no fucking money in the post office. And isn't that where people go postal anyway? Talking about the work people. That would be a place you would need to have it on you. Same with a bank. Wouldn't that be a place that you should be able to carry a gun in a bank in case some asshole comes in with a big black coat and pulls a fucking AK out or something? Wouldn't you be like one of the guys, wouldn't you like to be one of the guys that has a firearm on him? Not saying you should pull it out. Like, remember I said, the last thing you want to do is be a hero. The last thing you want to do is pull your gun out. But when you're backed into a corner and someone's sticking something in your face and you know it's pretty much over, at least you have an option. You know what I'm saying? Just like the school shootings, you know? If one of them responsible young adults had a permit to carry a firearm, he could have ended that school shooting and probably saved about 30 people's lives. It's the same shit over and over again. Let me know your input on that, the post office thing where you're not allowed to go in with a firearm. I think that's crazy, but that's the law. That's what I'm saying. Can we carry a gun or can't we? Make your mind up. Whatever. But, like I said, obey the laws, you don't want to get in trouble. I just don't understand that. I don't get it. So, alright, I'm done with this video. I'm getting fucking lightheaded. See ya.